ladies and gentlemen. Whether you have teenage children, or maybe an awkward boss or an awkward colleague, or in fact anybody really, you from time to time will need to get your way against opposition. And I've come along today to bring you some tips from the master. From Moses! You'll be pleased to hear I didn't have to ascend Mount Sinai to get this wisdom, and that the message is not carved in tablets of stone, because Moses is my cat. Here's a picture of him just after we had him neutered. And we bought a couple of balls for him for compensation. Now Moses, as I said, is the master, because he gets whatever he wants, whenever he wants it, irresistibly, and I just can't say no to my cat. So what is it that Moses does that we could emulate in our lives to get our way in the work or the social situation? And I've got 7 points for you. Number 1, maintain eye contact. When Moses wants something, he looks at me. He looks at me. That's not so difficult, is it? Working in pairs, turn to your neighbour and give them that firm but gentle gaze, which means you mean business. Work with me now. Point number 2. Be specific. There is no doubt about what Moses wants. He makes it very clear, and I'll give you a demonstration. There you go. Are you being unambiguous about what it is you want when you're trying to get something achieved? Could you be clearer? Point number 3. Persistence. Moses is totally dedicated to achieving his objective. He never gives up. I guess if he gave up, he would die of starvation. But there's a good lesson for us. We shouldn't give up either. Now, I'm not saying flog a dead horse. I'm not saying rub the fur the wrong way. If something doesn't work, change it. But don't give up until you achieve your objective. Number 4, make physical contact. Now, so far, all of these ideas have got nothing to do with speechcraft or oratory or whatever. And actually, Moses does have a little repertoire of chirps, bird-like chirps, which he sometimes uses to get attention. But the most powerful argument of all is the tactile one. And I'm going to give you a demonstration. This goes straight to the heart. So I want you to imagine that this is Moses' tail. No, it's not this long, and actually it's really bland, but it'll do. And I'd like the front row, please, to close your eyes. Open your eyes and tell me, could you resist that? Okay, now, once again, working in pairs. No, I'm only joking. Physical contact, it has to be appropriate, of course. Think about it. It could be the way you do a handshake, it could be a hug, it could be a little touch on the shoulder or the arm. But we know that physical contact, when done properly, enhances rapport. When it's not done properly, it gets us into a great deal of trouble. Number 5, show appreciation. Moses, you probably heard the saying that a family owns a dog, but the cat owns the family. Sometimes you can get to feel that you're being a bit exploited. But Moses gets around this because he always expresses gratitude and appreciation. He does this by purring, by contorting into the most charming shapes, letting me stroke him, and of course, the tail. Does anybody want some more? So how do you express gratitude to people when you get your way? Number 6, just be nice. Now sometimes Moses comes up and does all those nice things to me for no particular reason. And I have to say that convinces me that he really does love me. And I'm a slave to love. So do you ever get the feeling that someone does something nice to you and you think, what's he after? What's she after? Get into the habit of just being nice for no reason at all. And the last point, number 7, maintain appearances. Moses spends a lot of time doing this. I'm not a contortionist, I can't show you all the things he does. But he works very hard to ensure that he's got that sleek, that shiny appearance. Nothing to detract from that powerful appeal. And surely it's the same with us. We should look the part, look business, look as though we mean business. And that gives us more chance of getting the cream. So I hope today that Moses and I have brought some useful ideas. Maintain eye contact, be persistent, etc., etc. Try all those things, and then, Madam Contest Chair, perhaps, when it comes to persuasion, you may just be perfect.